What is up, Cowboys Nation? You know your boy Mike Tag is hanging in the cave. Had to take a little bit of break from Mike Tyson's punch out. I got too aggravated. I was ready to throw the remote control into the TV screen. Get more aggravated playing that than I do at Cowboys games. But anyway, I got this new device, has all these games on it, man. It's pretty cool. So that's what I've been doing in the evening time, spending the off season playing Super Tecmo Bowl and Mike Tyson's punch out and things like that. But anyway, appreciate all the new subscribers, all the love to the channel, man. It's going to be an interesting off season for Cowboys and Cowboys Nation for sure. So make sure, if you haven't done so already, I don't know what the hell you're thinking about, but make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that like button, that thumbs up down below, and also put on that alert bell, because as you can see, we do our live shows, but your boy sometimes comes in the cave and drops some videos, some of my thoughts, what I'm thinking about. How can we get this team to finally get us that sixth Lombardi that we've been waiting so long for? So, was reading a lot, listening a lot to Dak Prescott. He was doing some charity work and was, they've asked him his questions, obviously, about Shoddy being a new head coach. He seems excited. He's ready for the grind, entering his 9th season. I mean, he's got a lot to prove. Still, to this day, he's never gonna reach the love of the media until he brings home a Lombardi. And now you see Philly getting that Lombardi. You see Jalen Hurts winning that Super Bowl MVP, which I still think should have went to the defense, but that's for another day. Congratulations. But he's got to feel even more pressure. I mean, the Eagles are going to be a tough team next year, depending on how their offseason works out, but their core is going to be there, so they're going to be tough. Washington's an up-and-coming team, and if my man Cam Ward from the U ends up going to the Giants, that'll be interesting. So this NFC East is getting more and more competitive, and the Cowboys are going to have to step it up, but Dak Prescott's going to have to step it up. Coming off an injury, some of the things he talked about was we got to get back to running the football. We got to get back to running better. It opens up the play action pass, and I think any Cowboys fan who's seen Dak Prescott at his best, he's always at his best when you're running the football and play action pass. His rating is huge. His QB rating is huge. Completion percentage is off the charts. He does very well with a balanced offense. We don't want him throwing the ball 40, 50 times a game. That's not a recipe for success. I mean, he's not a running quarterback, but he doesn't need to be throwing it 40 to 50 times. He just needs to hand that ball off, and that's why we got to get a running back, whether it be in the draft or whether it be in free agency. I prefer the draft. I think it's a young man's game. Get some young legs in here. If you can re-sign Rico, he proved himself to be very worthy of some carries. I don't know if he's your RB1. If you listen to Moose Johnston, he talked about the Cowboys, and Rico's a good running back, but they need a guy that could take it to the house 60-plus yards. If you look at what the Eagles were able to do, their offense really changed with Barkley. The amount of big runs that he had, especially in the playoffs, but throughout the season, that was a difference maker. We don't have that home run threat right now in our running game. So Cowboys got to get that. They also got to upgrade a receiver, and you hope to do that in the draft. That's why, if you watch some early videos, and I did my mock draft, this draft has to be about playmakers. We need to get an impact receiver, an impact running back, and the beauty is this draft has it. So with Dak Prescott, I'm not giving him any passes. I know people, the minute you defend Dak Prescott, you become a Dak lover. I'm just talking real. He's got to step up his game, but we've got to get pieces around him as well. And that starts with the running back. So hopefully they address it in the draft. Hopefully we get that other wide receiver, because I think Jalen Tolbert's more of a 3. I don't think he's going to be your 2. Brandon Cooks is more than likely going to be gone. Ferguson's going to have to really, he disappointed. He's going to have to really step it up. I think this team is there, but they've got to get the pieces to get this an explosive offense. And looking at the coaching hires that they've made, I like what I see so far. Now, you don't know. I mean, none of us know how good these coaches are going to be until they're in the situation, but I'm interested to see how it works out. And the one thing that I'm encouraged by is obviously the words that Dak Prescott said. A lot of the offensive players spoke very highly of Shoddy and the work that he put in with these players and doing a lot of the game planning and getting to know a lot of these guys and working closely with them. So I'm excited to see what he gets with that opportunity, man. Everyone wants an opportunity. So, Shoddy, here's your opportunity. Make something of it, man. Bring us home a Super Bowl championship. And, Cowboys Nation, you would be a made man in amongst Cowboys Nation if you can do that. And Dak Prescott, ultimately, it starts and ends with the quarterback. He knows what the critics are saying. He hears what they're saying, but he's going to have to step it up and shut them up. And it's not about numbers. It's about wins in clutch times, plays in clutch moments. That's what he's going to be judged by. And if you're looking at this schedule for the Cowboys, the NFC East is playing the AFC West and the NFC North. So there aren't going to be too many gimmies. And also playing your own division twice, you're talking about playing 4 games, against the Commanders and against the Eagles. You're going to have to play the Lions. You're playing the Packers. You're playing Minnesota. You're playing the Chiefs. You're playing an up-and-coming Denver Broncos team. You're playing the Chargers. It's going to be a lot of playoff football for these Dallas Cowboys. So they're playing, they're going to be there. If they get to the playoffs, they're going to be battle tested. Make no mistake about it. But like I said, it starts and ends with Dak Prescott, and he's going to put in the work. He's got to make sure he's healthy, and he's got to stay healthy. You're starting to see a lot of reminiscence of Tony Romo in his career, where the injuries just started to pile on, and hopefully that's not the case with Dak Prescott. We get a healthy season out of him. We make the moves in the draft. The offense is going to be explosive again. So hopefully we get it right. We got a live show on Wednesday, like I said, man. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe, hit the like, hit the share. More importantly, man, leave a comment. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about Dak Prescott. Let me know what you think about Shoddy, about these about the coaching staff, and about the players in this offseason. What do the Cowboys need to do and need to address to ensure that they can get back to the playoffs? Because you can't do anything unless you make the playoffs. That's where it starts. You got to get in that tournament first. So what do they got to do, man? Leave a comment. And again, I'll be live. Kelly K9 and I will be live tomorrow night. We're hanging with the star we are, so we're going to have a good show. We're going to have a lot of fun. So make sure you come on, stop by the cave, and talk some Cowboys and see if we can get this off-season rolling, get this thing started. And, of course, if you missed any of our videos, player interviews, legends of the game we've interviewed, go back in our playlist. Check those out, man. They're timeless. Eugene Hit Machine Lockhart, friend of the show, one of the best interviews I think we've had. Kevin Gogan might have surpassed it. If not, they're neck and neck. We had Daryl Moose Johnson on talking about the Cowboys. So go back and check some of our interviews and be part of the Cowboys Cave, man. We love it. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening, and hopefully I'll see you Wednesday in the cave. Now, can you dig it?